And what's like the big prize you can win if you win every festival?
Oh, the big prize? The big prize is 160 Onyx plus 10% of the jackpot.
Hi Suntasu. So you got the first Carnival win on launch, finished number 2 in most wins during beta, and even wrote a paper on Asphodel's risk-to-earn model. So why Asphodel? What's the obsession?
Hi, Asphodel is an auto-battler. However, the decisions that the player makes before each battle, that means the deciding of specs and leveling your character, decide entirely the outcome of the battle if one understands truly how the AI system behind the game works. So this is not only an auto-battler, but a battle of minds, of strategy between each player that fights in each festival.
I see. Can you explain how Asphodel actually works?
So first you need to buy some Onyx, that's about $2 per Onyx. You need to mint your character and then fight and train your Taruchi in about 10 duels. And after that you can join your first festival, in which half of all Taruchis are destroyed, are burned.
No.
And the other half go through another festival and keep winning some money.
Okay, so let's get to what the ends actually want to know. Roughly how much did you put in and what did you get back?
So to play the first festival, you'll need to mint your first character, that's 9 Onyx, and to play in the first festival, the Festival of Buds, you will need 5 Onyx. In total, that's about 30 USD, so that's your first investment. And you can get it back in the first festival if you placed in the top 2, that is, if you reach the first final. I placed first in the first Festival of Buds, which means that I got 32 Onyx back, which means I doubled my investment.
Nice. And what's like the big prize you can win if you win every festival?
Oh, the big prize? The big prize is 160 Onyx plus 10% of the jackpot. The jackpot right now should be around 200 Onyx, but that's just because the game has just started, but that's a lot of money.
It is, actually, it's a lot. Spicy. So someone hears this and wants to start. What's one new mistake they should avoid?
So the meta has already been set by the players of the playtest. Low defense and low HP overall means that the duels end really fast. Most duels early on end in less than 5 turns, making builds like power not viable, HP not viable, and you end up with Harmony trying to counter violence users, and violence being the meta overall in the first 11 levels. Actually, in this mixing of stats, you are going to face that the AI that controls your character is sometimes confused by the allocation of your points and will use moves that you are not trying to use. For example, if you're using a Harmony build and you want to guard to protect yourself from violent players early on, you'll realize that investing both in HP and Harmony will bring your Taruchi to use heavy attacks instead of guarding, which means they will die early on. This mixing of stats so early on is a mistake, and you should always max out one single stat for the first festival. That's what brings the best results.
Okay, nice. That seems quite valuable. Alright, so before we wrap, Suntasu, I've been seeing you making these Greek tourism-inspired Asphodel posters. I love them, by the way. What's the idea behind them? Yeah, they're lovely.
So Greece has had almost a century worth of advertisements for their own country in the tourism ministry, and it's very interesting how they have differently portrayed their own country for tourism to grow, as the country was shocked very strongly by the Second World War and by the economic crisis of the 2000s, I believe. And tourism has always been the powerhouse of their economy. This means that all advertisements that come out of there in developing tourism, they must be of high quality. This is something that relates to Asphodel because of their aesthetics. Asphodel is inspired actually by the Greek mythology, and this makes a perfect combination, or so I thought.
Yeah, I like them. So yeah, I should send everyone to look at them.
Yes, please go check it out.
Yeah, I'll leave your referral link down below so they can support you as well. Thank you, Suntasu. I leave his referral link below so you guys can check it out. Yeah, the prices are great, obviously, but what makes Asphodel interesting to me is that it's not another Web3 game you farm for a week and forget. It's actually using Ethereum as infrastructure for a game world that can keep existing on chain long after all of us are gone.